My mom took in this orphan girl, who then crawled into my dad's bed. When he threw my sick mother out into the cold, he had no idea that me, the daughter he thought only knew how to count coins, had already swapped every deed and banknote in the house with fake ledgers that would destroy him. Because from age 4, I knew this day was coming. That same winter, it snowed hard, and refugees were pouring into the capital. My mom found Liu Yingying at the back gate, half frozen, passed out cold. She had this innocent, delicate face, with eyes that always looked like they were about to cry, the kind that made everyone feel sorry for her. After my mom saved her, she dropped to her knees, thanking her over and over. My parents just passed away. I have nowhere to go. If you don't give me a place to stay, I have nothing left to live for. My mom was a total softie, sheltered her whole life, never met a truly bad person. She felt sorry for Liu Yingying and took her in as her personal maid. Maid was just the title, though. My mom treated her like a little sister. Liu Yingying had the best of everything in our house, and she was a total sweet talker, always complimenting me and my mom. But I never liked her. Even at 4 years old, something in my gut told me she wasn't as sweet and gentle as she let on. I saw it with my own eyes. She strangled a kitten in the backyard just because it had accidentally scratched her skirt. I told my mom what I saw. "Mom, I saw Liu Yingying strangle a kitten." My mom shook her head and didn't buy it. "Ran, you must have seen it wrong. Yingying is frail, she's got no strength in her hands. Why would she do something like that?" Everyone believed Liu Yingying was weak and sickly. She was just that good at faking it. While my mom was away visiting family, Liu Yingying snuck into my dad's study late at night under the excuse of bringing him tea, then pretended to get dizzy and fell right into his arms. By the time my mom got back, Liu Yingying was already pregnant. She cried and apologized to my mom. "Sister, I know what I did was shameful, but I've had feelings for the master for years. It was real. Please let me have his child. After that, you can throw me out. I'll accept it." She cried so hard she could barely breathe, then collapsed right there on the floor. My dad rushed over and caught her. She went limp in his arms, her little face streaked with tears, cheeks still wet even while she was out cold. "Lanzin, Yingying's already in poor health. Now that she's pregnant, we can't let her get worked up." My mom had no choice. She agreed to make Liu Yingying a concubine and gave her the best side courtyard to rest during the pregnancy. 8 months later, Yingying gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. That day, I was sent to deliver a gift on my mom's behalf, a fancy glass vase. When I held it out, she just smiled and didn't take it, enjoying the sight of little me sweating buckets trying to hold that heavy thing up. It was her silent power move, a message to me and my mom that she now had the ultimate leverage and didn't need to play nice anymore. My mom got sick last month. Started as a cough, then she slowly started coughing up blood. Liu Yingying made a suggestion to my dad. "If Sister Lanzin stays in the house, the illness might spread to the kids. I found a place outside the city with great feng shui. Let her go there to recover." And just like that, on a snowy winter night, my mom was thrown out of her own home. That so-called great feng shui place? A rundown shack with drafts blowing in from every direction. When I got word, I rushed back from the academy overnight. Inside that shack, my mom took my hand and looked me over. "Anran, you've grown up. So smart and beautiful. Mom could close her eyes right now and be at peace." I squeezed her hand tight. "Mom, I'm not letting you die." I ran to a doctor down the street, slipped him a silver ingot, and asked him to look after my mom while I was gone. The moment dawn broke, I headed back to the Sioux estate. The servants all looked awkward when they saw me. "The young miss is back." I had no patience for those guilty-looking rats. They'd probably spent years helping Liu Yingying bully my mom. But that wasn't today's fight. I went straight to my dad's study. Liu Yingying was in there too. When I walked in, she was hand-feeding my dad candied fruit, the two of them laughing about something loud enough to hear from outside. When they saw me, both of them froze. "Aaron, why'd you come back from the academy out of nowhere? You should have given us a heads up. We would have come to get you." I'd seen through that act a long time ago. I gave a cold laugh. "If I hadn't come back, my mom would have died at your hands." "Aaron, what kind of thing is that to say?" She tugged at my dad's sleeve, playing the victim. "Aaron, your mom is just resting outside the city. Watch your mouth." "Resting? Dad, why don't you go see that place for yourself? Wind blowing in from every crack. Is that somewhere to recover or somewhere to die faster?" Dad turned away and stared out the window. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. Watching my dad's reaction, my heart sank. I swallowed the pain and tried to remind him of what my mom meant to him. "Dad, when you first met Mom, you had nothing. She married you against her whole family's wishes. All these years, this household ran on her family's money. How can you treat her like this?" But my dad's expression only got darker. "Why are you digging up the past out of nowhere?" I stood there like I'd been dropped in ice water. I got it. A man who built his life on his wife's money. That's not something he's proud of. Now that he'd made it, gratitude was off the table. He just wanted to erase that whole chapter. I looked around the room. The Sioux estate was elegant and loaded. Solid rosewood furniture, famous paintings all over the walls, and even the tea on the table was top-grade Dragonwell from the imperial court. My dad's monthly salary? Barely anything. Every single thing here was paid for by my mom's family fortune. Now that my grandfather had been gone for years and my mom had no siblings, they'd driven her out and kept everything for themselves. I stood there and thought for a second. We can walk out and make it on our own, fine. But give us back the Zuixian restaurant. That was left to my mom by my grandfather. "Anran, what are you talking about? A wife's place is with her husband. Everything belongs to the master. That's the way it is, even for Sister Lanzin." My dad snapped at me too. "We're all family. Why are you keeping score like this?" "Fine, this was your last chance. You chose to throw it away." I turned and walked out of the Su estate without looking back, heading straight for the Zuixian restaurant. The Zuixian restaurant had 3 floors, the biggest in the whole capital. The place was packed and buzzing. I went straight to the kitchen. Head chef Gu was my grandfather's right-hand man. The moment he saw me, his face lit up. "Aaron, come try the little ribs Chef Gu just fried up." I kept my face stone cold and got straight to the point. "Uncle Gu, grab all the chefs and come with me." Uncle Gu froze. "Aaron, are we shutting down?" "My mom got kicked out by my dad and concubine Liu. Every order you fill here is putting money straight in their pockets." I gave him the quick rundown. Uncle Gu listened, then pulled off his apron and threw it on the stove. He turned around and shouted at everyone in the kitchen, "Everybody stop, follow the young miss." On the way out with all the chefs, someone grabbed me. I turned around, familiar face. Su Kun, Liu Yingying's son. Su Ran, what do you think you're doing? Trying to tank our business? Su Kun had always looked down on me, being the only son of the Su family. I smiled and pointed to the chefs behind me. "Oh, so this is young Master Su's business. Go ahead, give them an order. Let's see if anyone listens." Su Kun's face turned red. "Get back in there right now, or none of you are getting paid this month." Uncle Gu burst out laughing. "I've been cooking for nearly 30 years. You think I'm taking orders from some little punk?" Su Kun shot back, "Su Ran, you don't have the money to pay them. You're all gonna go broke together." While we were going back and forth, the customers were already losing it. "Where's our food? Is this place even open for business?" I pointed straight at Su Kun. "This restaurant is Su family property. This right here is their young master, Su Kun. Whatever you need, talk to him." Su Kun tried to keep arguing, but the angry customers swarmed him and he got swallowed up in the crowd. I walked out with Uncle Gu and the rest. All that just to embarrass one little punk. Don't worry though. He's definitely running back to tattle. Just wait for concubine Liu to show up and avenge her precious son. By the way, Uncle Gu, I genuinely don't have money to pay everyone right now. Miss, what are you even saying? We owe everything to your grandfather. We built all of this alongside your mom. A little pay can't break that bond.